In this video, we are going to talk about how to find the surface area and lateral area of pyramids and cones. So today's video is about one-based shapes, okay? So if they have one base instead of two like a prism or a cylinder. So you'll see one base going up to a point. And let's fix this. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So surface area formula, now it has one base. So instead of like the two-based shapes where a prism or a cylinder where it was 2b plus pH, now you're only going to see one base because there's only one base. So we just have the area of the base. And now on these shapes, the lateral faces are triangles. And remember, the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that's where this part of the formula is coming from too, is now the lateral faces are triangles. So we have area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter times, and this is usually like a cursive L, so 1/2 the perimeter times what's called the slant height, okay? So you'll have the height of a shape, and then you'll have the slant height, which is down the edge, okay? It's the height of one of the lateral faces, so you'll see it this way. So that's your slant height. Again, perimeter is going to be of the base, so the distance around this base. And then big B is the area of the base. So whatever shape that is. So remember, perimeter of the base. And then the lateral area is just without the bases. So you can literally take the surface area formula, cancel out the base, and you have the lateral area. All right, so let's take a look at actually doing this. So let's find the surface area. And again, the surface area formula is one base, so area of the base, plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. So area of the base, so identify the base, so here's the base. And when we do the area of it, it's going to be, it's a rectangle, a square in this case. So it's going to be 20 times 20, so base times height. So you get 400 meters squared for the area of that base. Then we need to do the perimeter of the base. So just looking at the distance around the edges, okay? So the distance all the way around. So 20, 20, 20, and 20. So add those all together, right? So or times by 4 because there's 4 of the same thing. So 20 times 4. So the perimeter of this base is 80 meters. Then the slant height, okay? So the slant height is just the the height of one of the lateral faces. So down the side here, perpendicular to the bottom, okay? So not the height straight down the shape, okay, but the slant height or the height of one of the slanted sides. So in this case, 14.14. Then we would just plug these into the surface area formula. So surface area equals area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. So area of the base was 400. Perimeter of the base is 80. The slanted height, okay, the slanted height was 14.14. Then just plug this into your calculator. So do, and you can just do 1/2 as 0.5. So this would be, if you want, in your calculator. So you can do 0.5 times 80 times 14.14. And you'll get 565.6. So we have surface area equals 400 plus 565.6. Okay, remember, that's the lateral area. So this part right here, if you were asked lateral area, it would just be that portion of the formula. Okay, then add the base in, and we'd get 965.6 meters squared for the total surface area. And let's look at a cone. Okay, so a cone, again, surface area of a cone, it has one base, so it's the B plus 1/2 PL. Okay, so area of the base. Okay, so area of the base, in this case, it's a circle, so pi times the radius squared. The radius is 2.1. Okay, so do 2.1 times 2.1 times 3.14, and you'll get 13.85 centimeters squared for the area of the base. Perimeter of the base is going to be 2 times pi times the radius, because we're looking at circumference is the same thing as perimeter. So 2 times 3.14 times 2.1, and you get 13.19. And then we need the slant height. Okay, so the slant height, again, is the slanted height, right? Like it's the slant or the diagonal to the base here. Okay, so in this case, we don't have it given to us, but we do have the height and the radius given to us that make a triangle with the slant height. So we can do the Pythagorean theorem to find this slant height. So the x is the hypotenuse, so we'd have x squared equals, and then 6 squared plus 2.1 squared. So x squared equals 36 plus 4.41. So x squared equals 40.41. And then square root that, and you get x equals 6.35, or 6.36 technically it rounded to. Okay, so that's the slant height. Then we would just plug all of this in to the surface area formula. So surface area, we would do area of the base plus 1/2 perimeter times slant height. Okay, area of the base, 13.85. Perimeter of the base, 13.19. Slant height, 6.36. Plug this into your calculator. So again, you can do 0.5 times 13.19 times 6.36. And so for that part, you get 41.94. So that's your lateral area, 41.94. Add the base onto that, the 13.85, and we get our total surface area of 55.79 centimeters squared.